Hey everyone, so right now I'm going to show you our new community website and how you can be a leader on it. So you can visit this URL at the top and then click on Visitor Access. Then you can enter the code you see there. This won't always be necessary to enter a code, it's just because we haven't launched our website just yet. So we got 5 sections of the community website. If we click on Forum to start, this is where our 50,000 plus teachers can discuss these 3 things. So in order to jump into the forum, let's go ahead and log in with one of these 3 options. And then once we're logged in, we can see we're logged in at the top. And let's go ahead and click on that first channel, how to use Formative. And so this channel is all about asking questions and answering questions on how to use Formative. So as a community leader, you can feel free to ask questions like Ron does here about how to use Formative, or respond like Sean does, or Peter or Robert do. Um, Alternatively, you can also share helpful hints for using Formative like Jennifer does here. She takes screenshots and uploads them as background images to show your work questions. So helpful. Um, and so this is just the first section of our forum and the first focus area for being a community leader. And one last note, if you see somebody posting about a bug, feedback, or feature requests, you can go ahead and let them know. We love to answer those questions, but just to reach out to us over the site. So our second section of the forum is Share Formative with Others. This is all about sharing opportunities and resources for presenting Formative. And so you as a community leader, you can share events like I have for presenting Formative. You can share resources that you use. And you can also reach out and ask about like to get help on how to use how to present Formative, like Ross has done here. And of course, it's awesome if you can give feedback, like Lisa and May and Jennifer have done here. Um, just sharing your expertise, and also just giving feedback on resources. And then also, um, if you know somebody in the area where an event is taking place, just maybe recommending somebody to help out with that event. So just helping connect people here. And our last section of the forum is our wall of love. This is a place where we can share positive experiences using Formative and just interesting ideas for using it. So if we look at Peter's post here, he's got a picture here. He's actually projecting the actual assignment, the single question view, and the summary view at the same time in order to create a trifecta of awesomeness. Right? His students can reference that, see their responses come in, and he can spot student trends on his phone. And so if you start getting into a conversation with somebody and you think what they're doing is awesome, or they just have a really great example of acting on student responses in real time, you can go ahead and personally message them by clicking on their profile pic and learning more information from them. And then you can actually spotlight them or uh, include them in a blog post that you write. Last thing about our forum is really, if you want to focus on this and being a community leader, it's just about generating discussion to meaningful ends. Right? And so now back to that thought about highlighting people. If we click on Spotlight, this is a section where we can highlight the awesome ways that teachers are using Formative, or trainers or other educators are using Formative. Right? And then here's our blog. And you can see we have a blog post here, and you can draw from the discussions that you have in the Wall of Love and include them in a blog post. Our next section is resources. Let's go ahead and click on library here. This is our last focus area for being a community leader. You can add a formative assignment by filling out this quick form. You can also grab a formative assignment from down here. We want to make sure you're taking advantage of those free resources. right? And then if you want to focus on this area as a community leader, it's awesome. Whenever somebody submits an assignment, it ends up in our submission sheet, and you can go ahead and review it by using that link and giving them feedback based on the contact info they provide, and then lastly, posting it to our actual library spreadsheet, which I'll share with you if you want. Um, that way, we're ensuring that excellent assignments are included in our library. And lastly, just back to the forum for a second, I can make you a moderator here, and that allows you to delete inappropriate content, move a post to another thread or another channel, I should say, if it belongs there, and also retire posts if it's one that's been at the top and it's only maybe two people responding back and forth. And so just to wrap up this conversation, though, we have our community leader guidelines. So we've pretty much gone over the 4 different focus areas for being a community leader, and you can review them on your own. I'll be sure to share this with you. And then we've got this last section that goes over the perks of being a formative community leader, including free access to teacher level premium features as long as you're active. And lastly, in terms of expectations, it really comes down to just being active on the website wherever you're inspired to be. And we're not going to be like monitoring you closely or anything like that. But if you're inactive for like a month or two, we might just check in to see if being a community leader is still something that you're interested in. And if you want to take a break from being a community leader, that's totally okay. Or if you want to retire, that's totally okay. You're always a Dream Team member, and we really appreciate that. So anyways, this is our community website and how to be a community leader. And lastly, if you'd like to be one, go ahead and just reply to this email chain and just let me know that and maybe what you'd like to focus on. We can go from there. Okay, thanks everyone.